guys hear me well? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Put some hands up for the bride and groom. Okay, so to start the speech, I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. My brother is telling me I need to hold it a little closer. So I want to thank everyone for coming, celebrate this amazing night. My name is Patrick, as most of you know. I'm Mark's youngest brother and his best man for tonight.
For tonight.
Only for tonight. Okay, I made it damn well clear to him that after tonight it's done, it's over. So the bride gave me very strict instructions that my speech was to go no more than 6.5 minutes. Right? Oh wait, was it 3.5 at Tusa? Okay, honestly now I'm just gonna speak for 15 minutes because I'm unsure as to how long I was supposed to speak. So get comfortable, ladies and gentlemen. So growing up, Mark, James, and I were always very close. We would be up north doing something fun, and when we weren't, we were in the city. Life was pretty damn good, if you ask me. Jamie quickly found out life was better away from the family. However, what are you gonna do? We love them all the same. So, like I said, Jamie, I'm sorry, as you guys can tell, I'm a little nervous speaking in front of all these eyes. I'm not used to doing this. Yes. Yeah, so like I said, growing up we were always very close. Shit, why am I forgetting my speech right now, Mom? Is it maybe because I'm speaking in front of so many people?
Relax.
Okay, just chill. I honestly don't remember my speech. I have to take out my phone.
Okay, that's okay. You can read it.
I really don't like speaking publicly, as you guys can tell. Okay. So, I decided to share a story with you all tonight. My phone is going away. I decided to share a story that I chose specifically because I think it paints a perfect picture of who Mark is. So, one day, we were riding not far outside of Estoril, about 30 minutes. On our way home, he takes a turn, I quickly take it after him. I hit some ice, I crash, I end up in a ditch. After 20 minutes, Mark finally realizes I'm not behind him anymore.
What are we riding?
We're riding MXZ Ski-Doos 800s. So like I'm saying, Mark finally realized I wasn't behind him, turns around, comes back to check on me, finally gets there, looks at my arms, looks at my legs, sees I'm healthy, I'm good to go, starts walking back to his sled, turns around, looks at me and says, "Did you even try and save your skidoo before going into the ditch?" To which I replied, "No, I'm sorry, bro. I was going 80 kilometers an hour into a bunch of trees. I was scared, so I jumped off the sled." He quickly answered, "That's very disappointing. You always have to try and save the sled." So as the story suggests, he's very concerned for my well-being. However, he's equally, if not more, concerned for a skidoo that just went into the trees. Understandably so. He grew up riding sleds with my father, who, as most of you know, passed away in 2005. That was a heavy blow for our family. He was the anchor that held us down. And when I say the anchor that held us down, I don't mean he was the anchor because he was 300 pounds. I mean, it's because he loved us with all of his heart. And I know, truly would have really welcomed and loved the Tusa into this family. And you would have loved him just as he did.
Yes.
So when he passed away, it was a serious blow. Mark stepped up in a way that no one could have imagined, mainly because it's Mark we're talking about here. However, he helped me become the man that I am today, and I really do truly love him for that. I have to say though, he did not do this alone. My mother, after my father passed away, was fortunate enough to meet an amazing man named Billy, who when I first met I was kind of unsure about. However, now I could say with all my heart that him and his beautiful children, Candice, Alana, and Sammy, are truly part of our family. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. Atusa, you look as beautiful as ever. I want to wish you guys the best of luck. Mark, keep counting your lucky stars. It's such an amazing person. Decided to marry you tonight.
She was your friend first.
She was my friend first. As a matter of fact, I introduced these two.
Yes.
I did. We were at Josie's party and Mark didn't want to come, but I eventually convinced him and he met Atusa. He got married, and now we're here. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming. This is a fantastic night. This is a fantastic ceremony. I love you both. Mrs. Connie, ladies and gentlemen.
Unfortunately, I have to read, but it's okay. Wow, this is really a hard act to follow, Patrick. What a beautiful, beautiful speech.
I told it from the heart, Mother.
It came from the heart. Yes. I would like to thank everybody who is here and shares this beautiful, beautiful evening. I mean, some had to travel very far and wide. I mean, we would like to thank Father Anthony. He came from Arizona and did the service with Father Joseph. It was truly amazing to share this with Father Anthony. It was coming from the heart. We have family from Iran. Atusa's family came all the way here. My family from Austria, as everybody knows, called the Schnitzels, but they're here.
They couldn't take a hint, ladies and gentlemen.
We have family from the US, and then we have my world-traveling son, James, coming from wherever he's coming from, right now, San Francisco. Having you all here means the world to us. I mean, everyone in this room is so special to us and has a big place in our heart. Especially, we're missing our anchor of this family, my mother-in-law, who I love with all my heart and who I considered my other mother. So, a mother, as I say, I never say it properly. But we're missing my father-in-law, we're missing my brother Harry, of course, my beautiful, or Johnny's beautiful grandmother Sitoma, as it was called. And then, of course, the biggest person of all, the most important one, we're missing Johnny. They're truly, truly missed by everyone in this room. I have to say, I know that. Mark, I know from the bottom of my heart that Sita would have been so, so proud walking down the church with you. And I know she did on the other side of my side. So you walked down with me, and I know she was on the other side in spirit. I know that. I know I was proud. It's not like I didn't prepare for this day for years to come. I bought my dress years ahead. They weren't even talking about getting married, but I had my dress just in case Mark and Atusa decided to want to finally do this beautiful thing. So I was ready. You're really an amazing son. I mean, everybody knows that you're my best friend. I had to chuckle for the place, but now I moved up, so you're a beautiful, fantastic older brother and a really, really bossy business partner, which Karen, she must agree. So not only I say it, but you're bossy. He tells me and yells at me and telling me what to do. So. From the day you were born, you were in charge. You never slept. You constantly cried, and all of the people who are here and seen you since day one know that. And you always wanted to eat. You never had enough. So I can say things haven't changed very much. You move 24/7, you still love to eat, and you're still bossy. You're still bossing me around and controlling everything. I know that you miss your dad and your best friend. We all do, more than anything in the world. And I can truly say that you stole your father's heart from the minute you were born. For heaven's sake, he couldn't even go to the bathroom without putting you in the rockaroo beside the counter because you had to learn to love his smell.
He would fart in the car and lock the windows.
Because if we love him, we love his smell. Suddenly, I was not being asked anymore to go in the Corvette and drive around. No, it was Mark in the car seat that took my spot. And the two were cruising for hours and hours till they were coming home. One day, Mark was 16, horrible teenager, but I got a phone call. I don't remember who called me and said, I can't believe I just saw Mark and Johnny at Rockland. And they were walking hand in hand in the shopping mall. How could a 16-year-old wanted to walk with their father hand in hand at the mall? And I'm like, oh my God, they're spending money. Typical, they're having a great time, they're spending money. They knew when they get home, they're gonna get a blast and I'm gonna return half of what they bought. Because that's what they did, they had a great time. And I would go back and return everything. I believe with all my heart that Johnny is here with us, with everybody's. And I also know that he's checking out that I got plenty of food and that I wasn't stingy with it. So he would yell at me and say, why didn't you have enough food for my friends and family? So I hope you guys are, you're well taken care of. I'm trying to follow in his footsteps what he taught me. Now at Tusa, to my beautiful new daughter-in-law. I call you my daughter because I always wanted a girl. Patrick didn't turn out like a girl. It was supposed to be a Patricia, but it turned into Patrick. I figured if I keep his hair long enough, but eventually he cut it. So Manaz, you did such an amazing job with your daughter. You raised a wonderful and kind, loving girl. We are so lucky to have you in our family. And I truly love you like my daughter. I will treat you like my daughter, I have to say. I'm not gonna wear kid gloves just like I don't do for my 3 boys. So you're gonna have to get used to that. But I love you like my daughter, okay? You're stunning, radiant, and your smile lights up the room more than all these candles do. So I wish you guys all the luck. But before I finish my speech, which is I think longer than it's supposed to, I want to just say thank you to the people who shared this wonderful engagement period. Judy and Mike made an amazing, amazing bridal shower. I could have had the wedding there. That's how it looked. That's how beautiful it looked. First we wanted yes. We wanted plastic plates and Judy was like looking at me like, are you crazy? So when we walked in, we knew why. It was stunning. Then we had Linda and Ray's beautiful dinner with the family. And then Marisa and Sam, and then Ricky and Ferruzi. And all those people, they helped me raise my 3 beautiful children after Johnny left. And I couldn't have done it without it. And there is Karen and Kathy and all those people who shared them growing up. I can't thank you from the bottom of my heart. I can't thank you enough because this is what you guys all raised. All of you. Everybody who is here. So, I want to share this wonderful evening with all of the people I love and call my family, all you guys, and have a great time, enjoy the food, and party.
I'm getting shut off by the music here. The mom went a little bit over, but I thought I could maybe still get 30 seconds or so, if that's okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I was unsure on whether or not I wanted to give a speech, but there's one story that I decided I did want to share. As Patrick mentioned, we spent a lot of time when we were kids up at the cottage. No. I don't trade whiskey for wine. I just got downgraded. Okay, sure. We spent a lot of time at the cottage, and when we were kids, especially Patrick and I, we spent a lot of time just swimming in the lake, enjoying ourselves, minding our own business. But Mark being Mark, one day walked up with all confidence up to the edge of the dock, while Patrick and I are just swimming at the end of the dock. I'm sitting there by the edge, and Mark pees on my head. No shame, no hesitation. Yeah. So, I mean, I dived back into the water, but the damage was done. Yeah. In spite of that, I really feel sincerely that as time's gone by, Mark and I, we understand each other better. And because of, no, really. Not just in terms of not pissing on each other anymore. I feel like he and I, we communicate better, we understand each other better. We're not just brothers, we're friends. And to see us grow into that is really, it means a lot to me. I feel like every year I love you more and more. And I'm grateful for that. Yeah. As Mom mentioned, we always wanted a sister, so I'm so glad to have Atusa part of the family now. You're lovely, you're fun, you're spunky. Yeah.
Put up with Mark.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you put up with Mark, but we all do. We love him. Yeah, we're grateful to have you in this family. You bring a lot to it. So thanks everyone for being here. Thank you so much.